Straight ahead on 12 News, a fire in Brooklyn Park sends one person to the hospital. We'll have the latest. Then tougher GED tests push some to take those tests now.
It's very stressful, and the tension is high because they're running out of time.
But first, cuts to the food stamp program and its impact on local families. 12 News starts right now. Families who rely on federal food assistance will have less money to buy food.
And that's because temporary government funding expires today for families who use SNAP or food stamp benefits. Reporter Sonia Goen shows us what this means for a Brooklyn Park family.
Putting food on the table just got a little harder for 550,000 Minnesotans.
It don't make no sense to us because food is already high. And it ain't getting no cheaper.
For the first time ever, the federal government issued across-the-board cuts to the food assistance program. On average, it's about a 7% drop in benefits.
It said due to federal law, all food stamp benefits will be cut by $15.
Lisa was hesitant to go on camera.
I've been in tight situations a lot, so I mean, I know how to make it work, but it get old.
She says she's already having a hard time making ends meet for her family of 6.
A lot of us just buy a whole lot of noodles, and that's the way you gotta survive.
Lisa says it's been a while since she's been able to buy healthy foods for her 4 children.
You know, you gotta buy what you can buy without, going hungry.
The $15 reduction in food stamp benefits cut deep into Lisa's pocketbook.
I ain't gonna be able to afford no Thanksgiving dinner like that. So, food shelves, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do,
$15 might not seem like a lot of money, but for people like Lisa, that money could go a long way. This is what you could get at Aldi's for $15. 2 loaves of bread, some bananas, milk, flour, cereal, pasta, and eggs.
If it go down anymore, yeah, I'm gonna worry. There ain't no telling what they'll do next.
For now, Lisa says she's just going to have to make do as best she can.
I think they need to reevaluate. Reevaluate how much this food is going up and how much we really need to, keep food on the table for the kids.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
About 1/4 of food stamp recipients are elderly or disabled adults. 1/3 are children.
One person is recovering after a fire at a Brooklyn Park home early Friday morning. The Brooklyn Park Fire Department could see flames coming from this house in the 7400 block of Meadowood Court when they arrived shortly after 6 a.m. It took about 20 minutes to put out the fire. The fire damaged the all-season porch and the kitchen in the back of the house. Paramedics took one resident to the hospital for smoke inhalation and some burns.
Plymouth police are warning about a new energy bill scam. Police say someone has been calling businesses and homeowners threatening to shut off their electricity unless they pay an overdue electric bill. Police say the male caller directs you to pay the bill through a wire transfer, but don't do it. It's a scam.
If you receive a phone call from someone that seems suspicious, asking for money via wire, none of our utility companies and most legitimate businesses don't operate that way.
Unfortunately, one business did fall prey to the scam, resulting in a $1,000 loss. Chief Goldstein says never give out financial information over the phone unless you're the one that initiated the call.
Smoke will billow out of hundreds of homes in Crystal next week, but there won't be any need to call the fire department. On Tuesday, city crews plan to test for faulty connections and illegal hookups of sanitary sewer lines in the Winnetka Hills neighborhood. They will release a non-toxic smoke down the manholes. The city's goal is to prevent sewer backups during heavy rainfalls, something that could lead to higher utility bills and a fine from the Met Council.
And even without a fine, we're paying for all of that, treating that rainwater, which ultimately everybody sees in their sewer utility bill. So any bit of water we can get out of the system that's not actual gray water or sewage water is a benefit to everybody.
And there's something for homeowners here. The city is asking homeowners in the area to pour water down all their drains to prevent smoke from entering their homes. The testing is expected to take a week to complete.
A Plymouth company was busy today producing something near and dear to the hearts of thousands of Twin Cities music fans. Employees from the ADS group printed and packaged 40,000 copies of the next Cities 97 sampler. The CD helps raise money for local charities. This year's sampler celebrates 25 years and it includes 33 songs featuring artists like Matchbox 20 and The Unlikely Candidates. It goes on sale at Target stores on November 21st. Lines guaranteed, right?
Yeah, don't get in line yet.
Not yet, not yet. Coming up, why GED tests are about to get more difficult. We'll show you the impact on some non-traditional students.
Then later in sports, a big rally by the Park Center volleyball team pushes the Pirates into the section final.
But first, it's a look at your AccuWeather forecast.
Interfaith Outreach and Community Partners in Plymouth is getting a $145,000 grant to train lower-income residents for better-paying jobs. The grant comes from the Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development. It'll allow Interfaith Outreach to work with North Hennepin Community College to offer job training to 144 lower-income residents. And for those working to get their GED, the test to earn their high school diploma is about to get a little more difficult.
New federal changes kick in January, and that's prompting some to try and get the exam done sooner rather than later.
Calculators. So I want you working independently on what you're doing, what you feel you need to do.
Alberto Espinoza is pushing for the American dream.
There is definitely a lot of pressure.
Originally from Mexico, the 38-year-old Maple Grove restaurant cook wants a better life.
Anything that's over there in grammar, sentence structure, and verbs you should pay attention to.
He's taking this GED prep course through the Osseo School District, hoping to take the exam and get his high school credentials before the test changes next year.
It's a different format, tougher questions on the computer.
The move from the current paper and pencil test to a computer-based one will be a challenge for some students. And there's another significant reason many are pushing to get it done this year.
Whatever they've completed will go away if they have not finished and passed all 5 of the current tests. So they'll have to go back to 0.
Teacher Paula Fryermuth believes the test changes will ultimately be good, but she's also pleased to see the urgency among some students to overcome hurdles and get it done now.
My students are pushing themselves to come to school on top of work, to study at home, to try and get the appointments, to get the money for the test, to get the child care so they get ready.
For Alberto Espinoza, his goals are clear.
Become a professional, do get a better job and better life for me and whoever, and my family.
He's hoping to pass the GED by the end of the year, but if he doesn't, he plans to start studying for the new test.
I'm not gonna give up, so I just keep trying until it becomes the reality, you know, it's the American dream.
The rising cost of the GED exam is another factor for students pushing to get it done this year. At a test site in Golden Valley, they've added extra testing dates and they are seeing more people come in than usual. Coming up, a local college takes on a timeless classic.
We will preview North Hennepin's version of Our Town in Weekend Showcase. But first in sports, Wayzata's cross-country teams prepare for Saturday's state meet. John Jacobson has that and more when we come back. John Jacobson with sports now, and you know, if you like a volleyball match where one team comes from behind and pulls it out, this was a lot of fun.
You never know what's going to expect. You got to play out that third set, win it before you can go home, and Zimmerman didn't get it done last night. Perhaps more than any other high school sport, volleyball matches can be roller coaster rides of momentum changes. Park Center's match Thursday was a perfect example of that. Pirates meeting Zimmerman for the North subsection title in Section 5AA. It's all Park Center early in the first set. Brennan Perschbacher's hit just hits the back line as the Pirates go up 8-0. The wheels fall off and Zimmerman shocks the Pirates by rallying. Gabby Antalik pushing the ball to the sideline. The Thunder score the last 12 points. They win the first set, 26-24. Zimmerman dominates early in the second. Middle hitter Brooke Borkhardt getting the kill as they hold off a Pirates rally and win 25-22. They're up 2-0. But the Pirates right the ship on the third. Bethany Lovehog gets the kill. They roll to a 25-15 win in the third set to pull within 2-1. And they keep the momentum in the fourth set. The Thunder overpass put away by Jessica Vielander. Park Center cruises to a 25-14 win to force a fifth set. And it's more of the same for Park Center. Love Hog's block gives them an 8-1 lead on the way to a 15-6 win. Park Center takes the subsection title. They'll play Maple Lake for the section championship Saturday night. Heritage Christian Academy lost in the Section 4A final in 3 sets to Southwest Christian. Like Park Center, Wayzata's volleyball team will play for a section title Saturday. The Trojans got back to work after upsetting top seed Minneapolis in the Section 6-3A semifinals Tuesday. Wayzata has 13 losses this season, and they were the 5th seed for section play. Beating Minnetonka was huge, and they hope to carry the momentum into the final.
Yeah, I honestly kind of had the feeling that we all kind of had the feeling that we were going to win. We just really wanted it. We've been working really hard, so we knew we had a good shot at it, and it was a good outcome.
Because before we were all like new players to each other, and so it was like really awkward on the court, but now we have so much confidence in ourselves and in each other. So.
Wayzata takes on Eden Prairie for the section title Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock at Benilde St. Margaret's. The Trojans lost to the Eagles twice during the regular season. The cross-country season finishes Saturday with the state meet in Northfield. Wayzata is the heavy favorite in both the boys and girls meets in Class AA. Both teams are ranked number 1. The Trojans girls are the defending state champions. The Tutino Grace girls also qualified for state, along with a handful of other local girls and boys runners. The first race is at 10 a.m. Saturday. That's the Class AA girls, followed at 11 a.m. with the Class AA boys race. The Class A races are in the afternoon on the St. Olaf College campus. 4 local Class 6A football teams are in action Friday night as the playoffs continue. In Class 4A, Benilde St. Margaret's will play for a section title. After a first-round bye, the Red Knights crushed Blake 56-7 in the Section 6-4A semifinals. A good way to start the postseason.
Yeah, I came out strong. Played well together. First half, responded to coach. He said, try to get up early on them, avoid any mental errors, stuff like that. So it felt good to execute.
We had a really good game. Blake. Obviously they were 8-1 coming in. They're a good team too. But I was a little surprised. There's obviously some things they could have done better, but I was kind of surprised by the 50-0 halftime deficit. But yeah.
Benilde meets De La Salle for the section championship. They lost 35-14 to the Islanders earlier this season, and also lost a thriller to them in the playoffs last fall.
Offensively, we need to beat man coverage. On just running routes, we gotta run our routes hard. We gotta beat man coverage, that's all.
Not turn the ball over 6 times, no stupid penalties, and no brawls in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, there was some bad blood the last time the teams played. Kickoff was at 7 o'clock Friday night at De La Salle. So hope for good football and no fighting.
That's right. Thanks, John. In local vote 2013, voters in Golden Valley will select 2 new council members on Tuesday.
And today we'll hear from 2 of the 9 candidates running for those seats, Simon Gottlieb and Jacqueline Smith.
As a lifelong Golden Valley resident, I've gone through the public school system and participated in the fantastic park and recreation programs. And I want to make sure that your kids have the same opportunities that I had. But I'm more than just a cheerleader for the city. I have a degree in political science and am planning on attending law school next fall. As the youngest candidate, I am able to bring a fresh and innovative approach to city government. I am interested in participating in cost-saving strategies which ensure our city's financial future, but never at the expense of services which impact our quality of life. One of my biggest concerns facing the city is the proposed Bottineau Light Rail project. The Metropolitan Council is lobbying hard to push this through, and we need to make sure that it is the right decision for Golden Valley. I have enjoyed meeting you during my campaign, and remember to vote for me, Simon Gottlieb.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Smith, and I'm asking for your vote for Golden Valley City Council November 5th. I have a diverse background in negotiating and contracting in sales and marketing, theater arts. I've been a small business owner and now work and instruct in the healing arts. Drawing on my experience and love for a quality of life in Golden Valley, I trust you will find I'm qualified to make tough decisions regarding light rail transit being built on our historical Theodore Worth Park and wetland, roundabouts and bike lane proposals for our roads. I support a business-friendly environment to help create jobs, and I have concerns about raising the tax levy 2.9% regarding the $17.5 million budget for 2014. My promise to you is to listen and to give you a voice in protecting Golden Valley's charm and bright future. Learn more about my campaign at Jacqueline Smith for GVCC.com. Thank you, and I'll see you in November.
And our thanks to all 31 local candidates running for school boards and Golden Valley City Council for participating over the last 3 weeks. Now, your turn to get out and vote on Tuesday.
Now comes Tuesday,
Right.
that's right.
Local college students try the small town life.
North Hennepin students perform a timeless classic. We'll have a preview coming up next.
Let's look at the ones you can do.
A Brooklyn
Probably
Park
don't care about back.
filmmaker's critically acclaimed movie debut starts tonight at a Twin Cities theater. The inevitable defeat of Mr. and Pete opens for a 2-week run at AMC Southdale in Edina. The movie, starring Jennifer Hudson and Skyland Brooks, is about a young boy who has to fend for himself on the streets of Brooklyn. While the indie film received praise at the Sundance Film Festival, it has lacked financial backing at the box office. Well, it is the 75th anniversary of the production of Thornton Wilder's play, Our Town.
And its message still resonates with audiences after all this time. And in today's weekend showcase, Renee Bonneau shows you how North Hennepin Community College breathes life into this timeless classic.
I tell you, you gotta look both ways before you cross Main Street these days. It gets worse every year.
If you're looking for flashy entertainment, you won't find it here.
There's no fast action. There are no fights. There's no violence going on.
In fact, Our Town embodies quite the opposite.
Basically about a small town in the 1900s. Simple. It's about simplicity.
The daily life and these two families, the Webbs and the Gibbs, and basically how their life works.
What were the girls gossiping about tonight?
Their story takes place in a small town called Grover's Corners. Notice there are no elaborate sets and no props, and that's how playwright Thornton Wilder wanted it, to keep the focus on the main message.
Thornton Wilder wrote it as a picture of kind of ordinary life. He was looking at the idea that as human beings, we don't always notice or maybe give the same kind of respect to the ordinary parts of our lives.
North Hennepin Community College is taking on the stage classic with performances that run through Saturday. When asked why she chose this slow-paced piece, director Julian Phillips says perhaps it's to remind people to sweat the small stuff.
This is a slowing down moment. This is a moment to say, let's just, stop and smell the roses or look at the stars or appreciate the person who's sitting next to us.
Have an ice cream soda with me.
For Weekend Showcase, I'm Renee Bonneau.
Strawberry ice cream sodas, Mr. Morgan.
You can catch Our Town at North Hennepin Community College on Friday and Saturday at 7:30. That's it for now. Have a great weekend, everyone.